Hello traders. Hey, today I wanted to take just a few minutes to introduce you to a tool that's sometimes used by chart traders to time their entries and exits on a stock trade right down to the minute. It's known as the volume weighted average price, otherwise known as VWAP, and I want to go through its construction and how it might be used by some traders. So let's go right to the desktop, and as of course we discuss this approach to trading, it carries risk, as does just about any approach to investing or trading. So bear this important information in mind. This material is intended for general informational and educational purposes only. Schwab does not recommend the use of technical analysis as a sole means of investment research, and any investment decision you make in your self-directed account is solely your responsibility. But let's go right to the thinkorswim desktop paper money software platform, and let's put ourselves in the shoes of a chart investor or trader who's looking at Alphabet. Maybe they've observed that Alphabet appears to be showing signs of strength. It's had a great run stretching back about 8 months, coming down in recent weeks to an apparent price floor right around that $310 mark. Now for some, that might be technical evidence sufficient enough to just take that entry. Maybe they see that white candle appearing. But for others, maybe they want to refine things even a little bit more. Is there a better time of day for this entry? Should I just buy in the morning, maybe in the afternoon? Is there something that we might see on an intraday basis? So I'm going to move to a different time frame. Let's switch up our chart to a 1 day, 1 minute time frame, and let's add this indicator known as volume weighted average price, or more commonly by its acronym, VWAP. So I'm going to type in VWAP here. Let's select VWAP. Add that to our chart, and as we go to apply this, we're already getting some significant insights into how this indicator is constructed. First of all, this is to be used typically on an intraday basis, and what it looks at is an average price and departures from that average price extending upward 2 standard deviations or downward 2 standard deviations. In any case, let's apply this to our chart and click OK, and what we're left with here are these 3 lines that start right at the opening bell. So they converge and then they start to spread apart from one another. So the center line, that really is our VWAP line. It's a volume weighted average price. It literally looks at average prices over the course of the day, adjusts those by a volume element, and then essentially constructs what sort of equates to a bit of a moving average. Now, what traders who use this to gauge their timing might be looking for are departures above or below that average. Now, put yourselves in the shoes of this would-be trader. If we were already determined to purchase shares of Alphabet, of GOGL, might we want to buy those on an intraday basis when prices are, let's say, below average or possibly just around average? Or is the trader looking to buy when prices have already stretched well above average? Now, I think logic kind of might lead us to think, well, how about we look for more around or possibly below average? So 2 potential entries that a trader might be looking for here is for price to stretch down close to this 2 standard deviation line, meaning that we've gotten down about as far as about 95% outside the normal range of trading. Well, a different way to describe a moving average standard deviation is 1 standard deviation captures about 68% of price activity around average. 2 standard deviations captures about 95% of price activity around average. In other words, it's pretty unusual to get as far away as that second standard deviation below. So for some traders, when they see it stretch down to those lows, that may signal a potentially optimized entry. Now others might just look for price to be strengthening but getting back to average. That's the second potential entry. But in any case, quite commonly, trader avoids buying when prices appear to be well above average prices for the day. So that's just a quick introduction to the tool. That is a quick introduction to how it might be used by a trader to time their trades right down to the minute. Of course, none of this is a guarantee of performance, but I wanted to introduce this tool because just recently I did a deeper dive into this tool, dedicated an entire 45-minute webcast. So you should know that Schwab Education offers regular webcasts for trading and investing, and you can find those on our Trader Talks channel on YouTube. So do yourself a favor here If you haven't subscribed to our Trader Talks channel yet, do that right now. So the YouTube channel is Trader Talks Schwab Coaching Webcasts. And on this channel, you can join our live streams. We have about 6 or 7 live streams every trading day. You can also find playlists for previously delivered webcasts, and you can even search for topics of interest through our webcast archive, including, let's type in VWAP, do a quick search, and here are 2 videos that I've done. This second one is the one that I did most recently. Trading with VWAP, deciding what time of day to buy stocks, dedicated an entire 45-minute discussion to this. So obviously, over the course of just 6 or 8 minutes, this is a surface level introduction to the tool. This allows us the luxury of exploring it in a little more depth, weighing the pros and the cons. Now, another suggestion that I would have for you is that if you'd like to connect with me when my camera's not on, best place to do that is on social media. So you can find me on X. You can also find me on LinkedIn. To find me on X, my handle is @CameronMayCS. Give me a follow there. This is a guy you're looking for on X, and I post frequently on X. And if you reply to one of my posts, I reply right back to you. For example, I just asked my followers, hey, do you think we're going to finish the week above or below the 7,000 point mark on the S&P 500? 35 people have replied. I'm going to give them a little bit more time, and I'm going to go back in and have a discussion with them. Now, I also make similar posts on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, you just go to linkedin.com/in and then /CameronMayCS will take you to my profile. I'm just new on my LinkedIn journey, so just 224 followers at this point. Give me a follow here, and if you reply to my posts here, I'll try to reply right back to you as well. Everybody, I hope this has been a useful introduction to you to the volume-weighted average price. I will look forward to seeing you in one of my webcasts. I'll also look to bring more of these short-form videos to you. And I'll keep an eye out for you on social media. But whenever I see you again, until that moment arrives, I want to wish you the very best of luck. Happy trading. Bye-bye.